Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So it is Friday morning and I woke up this morning and worked on my cross stitch angel. And I've been hearing that today is World Cross Stitch Day. I saw some videos where people mentioned it and also in the comment section. And I thought it was perfect to work on my cross stitch angel today, so I think I'll be just working on this project. So this morning I worked on her dress and someone commented in my last video that her dress looks very vintage, and I agree. I feel like the other dresses were also kind of vintage, but like in a different style, I guess. I don't know much about fashion, but I feel like the Evergreen Angel was, well, her dress was more in a Renaissance style with the small waist and very long sleeves. I don't even know if that's the right way to distinguish different style of dresses, but it felt more Renaissance-ish, I feel like. And then the Christmas Star Angels dress reminds me of the dress that Drew Barrymore wore in Ever After, the movie. It was like a retelling of Cinderella. But I think that was also kind of like in the Renaissance period. So what I'm saying is I realized that these dresses are inspired by historical dresses, or I might be totally wrong, but it seems like it though. But this dress reminds me of like Marie Antoinette's dress with like the poofiness of the hip area. Um, but something tells me she's not as royal as Marie Antoinette, maybe because she's wearing a bonnet. I'm not even sure if that's what it's called. But yeah, anyways, I think it's really cool that if it is inspired by historical dresses, I think it's really cool. So I'm gonna go and do some work and come back later and work on this a little bit more. So I'll see you in a couple of hours. So I'm back home, started stitching a little bit, and I worked on this area here just a little bit with this light brown, I guess. And I was just thinking maybe I'll just try to work on one project. I've been working on several projects all at once, and I thought it would be a nice change to stick with just one project until I finish it, like I did with my last video with the heirloom series. And that was pretty quick and really fun. So, and also I want to finish this angel this month. So the sooner I finish this, I can really work on other things. Not that I have to, but I'm kind of working on reducing my number of whips, and I'm trying to finish all of the smaller projects that I have going first. Also, every month I have a couple of projects that I want to finish within that month, like one of these angels, and also the Linen and Threads Mystery Cell, as the parts come out every month, and also my Brooks Books heirloom series. So I got two of them done this month so far, and this is the one that I have left that I absolutely want to finish. So instead of working on other things in between, I think I'll just try to work on this until I finish it and also FFO to an ornament. I'm not really sure how long this will take, but I'm thinking maybe a week. So I guess I'll be what's the word? It's not monochromatic. What do you call when you're only working on one project without a rotation? I feel like there's a word for it, but I can't remember it right now. But I'm going to be doing that, and I haven't worked on just one project in a while now, so I think it'll be fun, and it was fun for my heirloom series in my last video, for my fruit basket. So I think I'm gonna do that, and I'll try to, I don't know how interesting this video will be because I'll be just only working on this one project, but I'm gonna continue with this, and I only stitched for 15-20 minutes after I came back home from the studio, so yeah, I'll come back and check in a little bit. So I think I'm done stitching for tonight, and I'm really happy with my progress. I got all of this color done on this side, and I came all the way down to the bottom edge. And I just like to do this because I just want to gauge how much I have left to stitch. And I didn't have to worry about this in this project, but sometimes I just want to make sure if I have enough paper, or if I just want to make sure that I cut the right size for the project. I knew I had enough for this project, so I just wanted to see where it ended, so I did that. Um, so now that I got like the overall shape of the dress, like the outline, I'm really liking this dress because the other dresses were very different. Um, the other ones were more like a flowy type dress, and I just really like the poofiness of this dress and how structured it is, if that makes sense. And I'm actually really excited for this beaded area. I didn't know there were these patterns here, but I think it'll be really fun to work on that. And also the roses here. I really like stitching roses, so I really can't wait to get to that part. It's like almost like wallpaper-ish. But yeah, really happy with my progress so far, and tomorrow I'm going to work on this again. And I'm really liking this idea. I feel like it's making my stitching time more simple because I don't have to shuffle around project bags and setting up. So yeah, really enjoying my stitching time. And I always do, but it's a nice change. Or yeah, it's a nice change not to change projects so often, if that makes sense. So I guess that's it for tonight. So I'll talk to you again tomorrow. It is the next morning, and I didn't make an update last night because I was too tired, but this is how much I got done. And this is still not done yet. I need to fill in the empty, like the polka dots on her dress. But after I do that, I think I'll go back and work on the middle section. Or actually, I'll finish the bottom section first and the empty spaces here, and then start on the middle section. And does anybody know what this middle section is called in dressmaking or in fashion? Because all of the pieces that I worked on so far had this middle section or this middle design, and I feel like there might be a proper name for it. So if anybody knows, let me know because I feel like I'm saying something really bad, like I'm saying the middle finger for some reason. And I think I've mentioned this in a different video, but this design doesn't call for any specialty stuff like Krennics or memory threads. So if you see in the picture here, she has a string tied to her wrist with all of the items related to cross stitching. And instead of using regular DMC, I think I'm going to replace that with Krennic or memory threads. I don't know. I haven't decided just yet, but I think I want to add a little bit of sparkle or something there. So that's the plan for now, and I'm gonna go to the studio right now to do some work and come back later to work on this a little bit more tonight. So here's my progress that I made today. So I got a lot done and it looks pretty good. So the first thing I did was filling in the empty spaces and the pink polka dots. And the pink polka dots were three different shades of pinks. So it has a slight gradation in colors. And I really like that detail. And then I worked on these blue stripes on the bottom. And I really wanted to work on the roses here, but I think I'll save that for later. So instead of that, I worked on this middle section with the baby blue, and this pattern changes as you go down, so I had to pay close attention to when and how it was changing. And I think this creates gradation also, just like with the pink polka dots. So tomorrow I'm going to continue and try to make good progress on this middle section, and if I can, I'll try to work on this side. And I've already started a little bit with the pink, so that's my plan, and also this middle section has a lot of white beads, and I think all of the cross stitches are white, so maybe I'll do the stitching and the beading at the same time because I'll be using white DMC anyways, but then I'm stitching with 3 strands, so I don't know if that'll work out, but if I can, I want to work on the beading at the same time. We'll see how that works out. And what I really like about this dress is the shading and how this shading creates ruffles of the fabric. And this isn't like a mirror image, so you can see like the pattern here of the folds are different. And I really like that. I don't like to stitch the same thing twice, especially if it's not easy to stitch. If it's like a snowflake pattern, I can easily stitch the same like quarter of the design 4 times without referring back to the chart so often, but with something like this, just knowing that it's different makes it better. And I feel like it's more realistic because it's fabric. I know I'm being really picky, but that's just how I feel. So yeah, I'm going to try to do the FFO this week as well, and all I need to do is to finish the angel because I've done everything else already. I have the wings right here, and I also have all of the other items in the bags here, including the puppy. And I wish this was a cat, but this puppy is really cute, so I'm not mad about it. So I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about tonight, and I'm actually really enjoying focusing on just one project, one small project. So after this, I think I'll tackle one of my other smaller projects, and I'll also finish the stitching and do the FFO as well, and have all of that in one video. So yeah, let me know if you like this sort of video, if you like the videos where I worked on multiple things, and I'll try to do one every other week or something. So yeah, I'll come back tomorrow with more progress on this and maybe bring some options for my next smaller project. So I'll talk to you again tomorrow. So I was just working on the middle section here, and you can see where the beads are gonna go, the empty spaces here. And I was really trying to get the middle section done, and I only worked on it for an hour, and I feel like I made good progress, and I really like this diamond pattern here. But my goal for today was to finish this section, and I thought the cross stitches were white, but it's like a very light blue. So I'm going to do the beading separate, but I can't finish the cross stitches right now because I ran out of this color. And I also looked through my other DMC boxes and I don't have an extra one. So I don't think I'll be able to finish this today. So I'm going to order some DMC right now because I have all of these DMC bobbins that I've used up, and I've been collecting them so that I can keep track of what I've used up and need to get, because I don't necessarily write them down when I run out. And there are multiples of the same things like this. These are just white DMC, but I have more white in my other boxes, so yeah, so I'm gonna go through them. And like this one, this was for My Fairy Idol by Mirabilia. I think it was one of the Karen Water Lilies. So I'm not going to get those because I don't need them. And I probably still have overlapping ones, like I have an empty bobbin here, but then I also have a full bobbin of it in my other boxes over there. So I'm going to go through them and check off what I don't have so that I could order the ones that I don't have. But I need to make sure I get this one so that I can finish Cross Stitch Angel. So instead of working on this section, I'll just get going on the dress, and I'm trying not to spend any money right now, so hopefully I don't need to get all of these. But yeah, so I'm going to skip this for now and work up here. So I just organized all of the empty bobbins by number, so I'm going to go through them and pull out the overlapping ones and see what I'm really missing. And this is the one that I really need for Cross Stitch Angel. And over here are the whites and blacks, and there were a lot of these, so I'm not gonna get those. And these were the ribbons for my English roses, and I think I'll save the bobbin so that maybe I can use it for something else. So I'm going to keep those, but yeah, I'm going to bring out my DMC boxes so that I could cross off the overlapping ones. So I went through my DMC boxes, and these are all of the ones that I have multiples of, so I don't need to get more of these. And these are the ones that I don't have anymore. Oop, I almost dropped one. but it's only like 10 of them, and I'm actually really glad that I don't have to get tons of DMC right now. And this is really old. The color of the bobbins actually changed. I should just change this one to a new one, but yeah, so I'm going to place my order now and start stitching again. I'm back to show you my progress. So I finished the dress almost, and I even did the pink polka dots, but these I think are beads here, so I'm going to do that later. But yeah, that's all I did, and even though it's a lot of stitches, it actually stitched up really fast. So tomorrow I'm going to try to finish the bottom section here. I already did one of the stripes, but I'm going to do the stripes and then get to the roses here. And I ordered the DMC last night, so it'll come tomorrow. So if I can, I'll try to get some of the middle section done as well. And yeah, everything looks really good. And I have these empty bobbins here, so I can wind that up tomorrow as soon as I get the DMCs. And I forgot to order these two because it was in my other bag, but I guess I'll order that when I need it. So I'm going to do the finishing this week as well, and I'm going to change the hanger with something else other than DMC, and I have a couple of options here. So I'm just going to go through them right now. So I have some Krennics, and I think I want to use one of these. And I really want to use this purple, but it really doesn't go with the design. And this one doesn't really go with it either. It's too dark. And maybe I'll just stick with the ribbons because these are really thin. I don't think it'll really hold the items well. And these are number 8 braids, and this is number 4. So the only options left are these two, and these are really similar. These are ribbons. This is white with pink speckles, and this one with blue. And maybe I'll use the blue, but then the pinks, the wings are pink. So I have my wings here. So maybe to match the wings, I'll use the pink and the polka dots as well. Or I can just double it and use both. So something like this. I kind of like that too, but another option that I have is to use my memory threads, and these are some of the blues. And I have 2 light blues here, but I don't think I like this one already. So it's either this blue or maybe the pink. So I guess I'll use one of these, or even combine them, because I need to hang 4 items, and I want the hanger to be a little sturdier. So maybe I can use one of each, or I don't know, I'll figure that out later. And in the picture, this hanger is tied around her wrist, and I just don't really like that. It looks very forceful, so I'm going to try to do something else so that it looks like she's holding it with her hands. But yeah, I'm going to keep these out so that I could decide that later what to use for finishing. So yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. I'll come back to check in again tomorrow with some more progress on my angel. So it is the next morning, and I just got my DMCs, and it came really early. So I'm going to start winding my bobbins so that I could finish this project. So this is the color that I need for this, and I think this was the green that I ran out for my evergreen angel, but I replaced it with something else. But now I have it, and yeah, there's a lot of pinks in here. So I'm going to work on this right now, and I'm going to end the video here because this video is getting really long. So I think I'll do a part 2 for the cross stitch angel. I was hoping to have the finishing in this video as well, but yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think about my new video ideas. Stitching is really fun this way, but to make videos, I think it's not the most interesting to watch. So let me know in the comments, and yeah, I think that's it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see